Yo, my people, back again. You know I don't do videos as well, but today it's Burgess Park time. It's not a game. Who's actually going Burgess Park to defend our children? Seriously, tired of hearing posts, people saying, "Oh, the government setting up our youths to go and do a madness to each other." So why aren't the adults going out to save their youths? Why not? Hear what I'm saying? Man in action, fighting fathers, woman in action, who the fuck you might be, the community front line. We're going Burgess Park, even if it's one man, me on my ones, 2 man, 3 man, 4 man, 2 and 2 women. What are we doing as the adults, the parents of these youths, to go and save our youths, while the system is setting us up, if that's what you're saying that they're doing? What are we doing to fight back? What are we doing to protect? What are we doing to serve our own aims and agendas? I see you there, innit?
Yes, family.
Shout you.
You say where you going, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, so easy herbs, you know. Convo. Hope you can see everyone. I can't even see it in the background or still. I want the people I think go, you have to salute yourself, and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're out here, Burgess Road, and I set up a little convo of the man to speak while we're here, you know. So it's gonna be a little bit like that still. So you know, Easy's gonna kick it off, you know. We know why Easy's there, you know. Uniting. Make sure that we're here for the youth, you know. So we've been out here patrolling, you know, representing Forever Family, you know, speaking to the youth, engaging with the surroundings, you know. So a lot of hitters been out here, you know. So I don't know, you want to jump into your perspective of why you're here, though, Kazo? Yeah, go on, topic.
Yeah, man. So obviously,
Go on the popping, Kazo.
a viral TikTok saying postcode war, acid attack, you know, robbed or get robbed. All these stupid sayings floating around TikTok. Apparently going to happen today at Burgess Park. Afternoon, 11:00. You know, so this went viral. To the point it went on to what? MSM, the news outlets, and I'm thinking, okay, this is serious now. But the thing is, people are shocked. I'm thinking, wow, but this is nothing new, because this goes on like, what, yearly now? Every day, exactly every day. But some people in the park, fun fair, summertime, yearly, but these antics, what these young boys do every day, you know, so this went viral. I'm thinking, okay, so.
But the main thing about it is as well, right, is where's the source?
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
You know, like my mum used to always say, consider the source.
Yeah.
You get it? So, like, more time, even with the drill music, we know that it's Brixton, or we know what set it is.
It's South London.
Whereas this, there was no source. It's just like one youth has done a TikTok video from some anonymous account, and it's gone viral.
Yeah.
And then everyone's thinking, and then I think a lot of youths are gonna see it, and then they're gonna think, oh yeah, and come down.
And
So it's like, it could be police, it could be just a someone that is just trying to create pass up. Because when I've made the phone calls to South London, no one's group is saying we're linking up on that day.
No one serious in my eyes.
He's gonna make the video.
Not even that. I see no one serious in all the videos. I could say to myself, if the man there's on anything serious, he just was like something to children. So,
it's children.
So for us to take it serious, when I looked at it, I thought to myself, nah, they ain't going to God, there wasn't no real man in that saying that this is what we're gonna do. And anybody real was gonna do that.
On TikTok. Because you're gonna get back before you get to the park.
It's this thing. It's like, when I'm seeing these 14, 13-year-olds posting it, glorifying it. Like I said, there's nothing new. So they just find some excitement, thinking, yes, link up, postcode war, yes, stabbing, ski mask, get ready, get road revo, carry. And there's all this stupidness. So you're right. I've been thinking to myself, nah, this ain't serious. then it hit the media.
But
You said you couldn't not take it serious though, just in case they did come here and do the madness.
That's why we're here.
So obviously, now, like what Ras said earlier, all the giants stepped out, all the elders stepped out, the uncles, the aunties, you know, that put in work day by day, you know, not for just it's only occasion. On a
You know
daily
what?
basis.
In no hood ever did they ever say rob or get robbed.
Exactly.
No one.
No, but remember though,
Getting robbed.
but remember the same thing is like the pattern, yeah. Because I don't know if you can remember when England lost the World Cup, yeah, and then and there was a message that was put out: 50 points if you catch a
nigger, lynch a nigger,
yeah. FF, certain members bid out. In my area, I circle the blocks, make sure that and put it out on my channel, just to make it clear that regardless if it's wolf tickets or not, we're riding. So this is like statements now, even when we know that, like we know
it's a foolishness, but one thing I did love about it is it can bring our community together.
Yes.
A man can see Colin and I can see Israel and I can buck Sace and I can see Black Bear's parent, and so it gives us the excuse needed for us to mobilise and get in front of what's gonna definitely come this summer. Because this one might be a joke. Like there's a small chance we see, but there is. But this summer it is gonna get real because there's been a lockdown. Their youths have been talking over verbal, back and forth. Yeah. So as everyone starts to come out, this one gets comfortable, sees that one. So we need to get in front of it. So I think that was the positive thing about everything.
They're taking their pain out on the wrong people. Like look at they've been locked down for 2 years, nothing to do, frustrated, aggravated, building anxiety, just to come out and lockdown of 2021, 2022, big sunshine that come. Now you want to put a viral TikTok about postcode law now, and you don't own no postcodes. Your name ain't Bow, your name ain't Brixton, your name ain't Hackney, your name ain't Tottenham. Yeah, you got put in these places.
But you know what it is though, the main thing though, that everyone that you see today, you know cares for the community.
100%.
And I think we need to build on that from what we have. Because you know what, even if so, bro, like, it's all about linking up. If we ain't linking up, no matter what organisation that you're part of, you don't have to switch organisation to be a part of it. We all under one movement. The movement is built off of many organisations and many beliefs. So it don't matter if you're Islam, salute to nation.
That's why that's why man's got to shout the nation, because they was.
You saw that everybody was there.
I saw them shout the nation of Islam. I saw them. They stand solid every day. 100%. They put in. Because I spoke to one of the brothers. Yeah, they're still patrolling now. I was speaking to one of the brothers, innit? So they're still on job doing what they do, but they do this every day.
Of course. So salute to all the small man them that's got their own little organisations that are here.
Yeah.
Because we just you know, a few people, ladies, has enlightened us with information that we didn't know about, and then it kind of made opportunity for us even to branch out bigger. You know what I mean? And then that's the full content of why we're here.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, when this link up,
we have to.
When this link up got posted by what it says, and it said everybody meet at this point, it hit big views, like 30,000 views, stuff like that. But obviously people turned out, it was a small number, like 50, 60, and those are the real supporters, and these are the real ones here, the real giants that come out day by day. Like I was saying, you can have all the million followers, but it's the supporters you need. The supporters you need. So big shout out to Saints as well for posting it, because he's the first one I see posting something. I reposted it, so who's coming? So, and that's how I'm here today. You know, meet with the brothers and sisters, put in the work.
Off
So
social media for like a month. I don't like these trending stuff anymore.
Yeah.
I don't like the way that
100%.
this whole trend thing. So I've been off social media. I've been staying away from trends and dealing with stuff in the community that ain't trending. Off camera, you get me. But then this one thing, like brother said, when I saw Sace, and I saw 1, 2 other community faces saying they're linking up, I said, alright, say that. Let's pattern up. You get me? I made phone calls first. Found out like obviously the man them from Peckham. So you know what I'm saying? If something's happening in Peckham, I'm gonna phone the man them from Peckham. I'm saying, bro, I don't even know what's going on. It's just a TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So I say nothing, come down, and it's been a very powerful day.
It has been. We made our presence, and he used saw us, and they know what we're there for, innit?
And we need to engage with the youth, man. Like for example, but we're bridging the bridge right now as we speak, because You know, even our generation and your generation, this, you know what I mean? There's an elder and there's a younger part. So we just need to just keep on just pushing that now, you know what I mean? That narrative, and then bring more youth into it.
Yeah.
Have a line, a role, a conversation, a role. We need to have these more, you know, this type of content. It needs to be more. I don't want to hear olders just talk about it. I don't want to hear us just talking about it. We need to just bridge all together.
Every generation
needs to be here to hear us, and then see how we can bridge our understanding that we can all.
And that's real unification when it's every generation.
Yeah, because right now it just seems that the elders might have something to say, the middle age group might have something to do and doing their own thing, and the youth just want to say and do their own thing. But yeah, I think, and I don't think it's a London thing. It's a worldwide thing. It's a global thing. You know, because a lot of things that's going on in America. You know, and I do feel and I do believe that we should support it the same way that they should be supporting us for all our dramas. So we're one people, bro.
It's one global problem. It is. It's everywhere in every community where we are. But it's nice to see that we stood up for our community. 100%. Together as men, especially. Most time you see women doing most of the work. And it's good to see men on the line.
Men on the front line,
the youths can see men. They blame fathers for not being there all the time.
And that's another thing as well.
They see some men, see some uncles, see some brothers. It's encouraging.
100%.
Powerful.
100%.
Everyone is to salute the work that they're doing, man. You know, the faces that you see on these channels, the people that's putting in the work, man. You know, support their movement, support everyone, you know, singly and collectively, you know.
Just keep campaigning and striving for greatness, man. Because we're all we've got. We have no friends. We are all we got, you know. And it's been getting for 30 plus years that we've been seeing each other as an enemy. From even the 60s, 70s, you know, like.
Where loves us and we're trying to, and the youths are trying to kill each other. Don't make no sense,
man.
But the maddest thing about the youth trying to kill each other is when I see like these videos being posted online, I'm saying one, like we're promoting, because there's no 14-year-old that is going to see a video where one youth gets stabbed by another youth and think, I'm not going to carry a knife. When he sees the youth get stabbed by the youth, he's thinking, I better carry a knife and I better be faster than that.
Just in
That's
case.
cool. So when we're pushing it, we're actually pedaling the fair.
And this is campaign.
And then on top of that, in the comments, a lot of that in the comments, a lot of the time, man will see elders saying, oh, what's wrong with these youths? What's wrong with our youths is us.
Yeah, we've left them. There's now a bridge and we're not filling the gap.
The streets are raising them.
But you're never going to see it next night. If something happens, if some Jewish youth start doing a mad thing, we're going to look at the Jewish elders. If some Asian youth start doing a mad thing, we're going to look at the Asian elders.
Come on.
But with the black community, it's like we'll see our youths doing a mad thing, we'll be like, yo, they're parents. But man, it takes a village.
Come on.
We've got parents out here that are single mums. We've got parents out here that are single dads. We've got parents out here with drug problems. We've got parents out here with learning difficulties. And we've got mental health problems. So those parents are not able to raise children on their own. That's why we say it takes a village. And that's why the needs to come together, or we're going to see the situation that happen. There's no two ways about it. It's either the village comes together and supports the whole village and looks at all of the youths like our youths, or the youths that we leave out there are going to end up destroying themselves, but they're also going to destroy our good youths and lead them astray. So it's either we're taking these youths and we guide them, or we watch them misguide us.
It's not subjective, it's collective. So everyone you know that your son and your daughter's doing good, but then the surroundings that you're in might be bad. You know, the bad friend or the bad man in that area there, is your responsibility to make sure that he's, you know, there's an elder there that he can actually speak to when he gets into such a situation. No one's left behind. That's what
I'd like to see here, the amount of experience and skill set sitting on this chair here. The amount that was in the park today. We're running everything like a corner shop, and we need to be a supermarket. We need to come together. Imagine the amount of skill set that we can do overlap each other.
I took the youths to the fun fair. When I came back, obviously the man that went to do the tour, I was thinking, yo, see, even we had the powers there, we done some circle from them times there, fist to fist, and we start hearing the voices, and we document that. because we can't let these sort of link-ups go past. We have to at least take, before or after this thing, we have to take at least a picture. Because we have to document it. Even before, if you took the picture first, it would have been a mad picture.
It was.
So we're documenting the legacy, so the youths can look back and say, yo, I never know.
How amazing.
I never know he's your respect. We never know say streets and that's
The link's strong for morning though, you get what I'm saying? The link is strong for morning. But what I'm thinking, yeah, there's a narrative that is global, Africa, Yard, America, England, and that is that I am gonna kill my brother. That vibration is going out throughout the whole earth. So that's vibrating, that's a high frequency. All we need to do is learn how to change that frequency. Not that I'm gonna kill my brother, I'm gonna build my brother, I'm gonna turn my brother into a king. How can we push that narrative? That through the music. If you listen to Yardman music, if you listen to American music, all the music that is vibrating through the airwaves, what people love, what people when a tune is big, you know, everyone's singing that tune.
Yeah.
So you're feeding that frequency. So if I'm saying for instance, I don't even want to say a man's tune because I don't want a man to feel like I'm violating him or putting him out. But there's tunes that's going out right now that everyone's singing. Bruv, if we can change the narrative of, because I done my weed, bruv, I'm going to say this again. There ain't no bad man in no community, because if they were bad, they would let any other races come in their community, and every bad man that says they're bad man has only got strength for black people, bro. They ain't got strength for no other race. Understand? When you see Putin walking down the road, bro, them man, they're bad. You can see the way that he walks. He's defending his people. We're not defending our people. We're killing our people. So there's no bad man in all that is just a joke, bro. See, real bad man here, these men are standing up for their community, bro. No way, if you're not on that, you're not really on anything. You're just destroying. You're destroying
your
our legacy.
Legacy.
And that legacy, that means that you got to remember, for every generation that comes through, you know, the next generation is about 20, 30 times better. So when them you start listening to the top songs that are going on, I don't want to mention them, but everybody knows what they are. These youths, them are carrying that and they're thinking it's real. Half of them guys, they ain't even no bloody killers, bro. And then the other half are going to be doing 15 years and by the time they get 10, they're maturing. And they're regretting what they've done. And then the other half of them are dead. Right. Yeah, so and then the rest of them are going through mental health. You get me? So so because of that, no nation on the planet of the earth is ever going to respect us as black men. And that's what I'm saying, because we're not defending nothing. You don't see them people, they're looking like they want to kill. They're not boasting about, killer Indian. They're not on that.
And even that, listen, they might, and the thing is, they want to be us. Like, they already they want to be us. And they, see when you mention Indian, they want to be us so bad, they Indian friends call each other Indians nigger too, just to fit in. But when I call out Indian or Pakistani for saying nigger, they want to get mad at me. So that, like when I said to you before, that's what I meant when we ain't got no friends. Because I just called out a Pakistani for calling another person a nigger, and you're not black. Even I don't say it myself, innit? But you want to get mad at me because you said the N-word to another Indian, innit?
It's next generation. That's where the generational gap is, because see, my generation, man, I had white brethren, and I remember a time when certain man was trying to tell the white brethren, no, you're cool, you can say nigger. You're cool, no, I remember. A man's white brethren would say, blood, I know the history of that word, but I'm not saying it. Man's white brethren are looking at man and saying, blood, I'm not saying that word. I can show you the youths today. You get me? So it's like them youths in that generation, there was a certain respect and knowledge. You get me? But then when we're getting into this next generation, it's literally in their vernacular.
That's what I'm saying.
So they're using it in a whole different way.
In endearment.
So the elders, they're thinking about slavery when they hear that word. You get me? 100%. The youngest, they're just thinking about one rap song they heard when they were 7, 8, 9, 10. They've got a whole different vision of the word.
They're trying to use the word for endearment.
Nah, not even that. It's a generational loss of information. No, but it's a generational loss of information. The white boys knew that it was disrespectful.
Couldn't use that word. They got thumped up all through the 80s.
So even
we're letting them get away with it.
It's not even that. What I'm saying is that
couldn't
that
use
time
it.
of your generation you're talking about, the white boys knew that it was disrespectful. So regardless if you give them the right to use it, they wouldn't use it out of respect of it. So now as generations going on, that information is not embedded into the youth like it's adaptable with this. It's a loss of information. Going by the years,
but I'm saying
it's
I'm
the
saying
history.
that's largely because of the music. So
Okay.
because
Yeah,
the
I'm
music,
saying
the rap
music made
music,
it fashionable.
because man's in the rave and man are singing, nigga don't waste my time, and then obviously there was even a time when shit would come on and everyone would look at the white person and watch
White person.
air out the word, but that's not gonna happen forever.
And I give you a perfect
There's gonna come
example.
a time when the man just starts singing a song, bro.
I give you a perfect example. If you don't know, now you know. Look at the next white person say the N-word, we know what's coming next. So all these songs there that have got that word heavily in the chorus in it, and they get so much glorified. It's just disgusting because it turns into endearment. And now, and I notice another thing as
You
well.
know, I'd make the
people.
argument that every generation is different. So I'd say if we're speaking to 16, 17-year-olds, and this is where the generation gap happens, you get me? Because if we're talking to a 16, even me, I've taken the word out of my vernacular, but if I'm on the block, it might come out. Because it was just part of my vernacular. I'd see Easy, what go man? I like Easy. Like but I've gone through a whole conscious process and it still comes out sometimes. So imagine a youth that hasn't gone through that whole conscious process and he's just in the bandos. Where it's naturally, I remember the first time I was in Leytonstone and I heard a Turkish youth use it and I looked around, but then I clocked. That generation is a whole different thing. So we got to bring them to this table and they've got to kind of explain to us. And then we've got to kind of listen and then educate them and build that bridge back. You know what I'm saying?
Generation responsibility as well.
Huh? Yeah, of course we do.
Go deeper into that.
We can't just look at them and say, because they're young, they're doing this, and like it's some separate thing from us. They come from us. The youths out there now is not your generation's youth. If anything, it's your grandchildren. It's our
what it
youth
is.
out there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Our pickney them. So really, we got to take some accountability for how we let it get like that as well. So when we talk to them, we can't just be like, don't say that. We have to understand how they got to that stage. Set that example.
I remember the first, I remember the first time that they tried infiltrating my generation. Do you remember when Dappy done the song and Dappy just tried to come out and say nigga? And it was me, Stunner Man, I think it was the only people that sent a diss track back to him from Graham Daly and that, you get me? Because man was like, and there was bare black youths behind him though, you get me? But at that time, he thought he could do it and then he realised it wasn't that because the community still had like a little pushback. But I'm thinking now with these 6ix9ine and all these weird guys in America and they get so much attention, so much. So
I went to a concert the other day and like, it's like a grime basement thing. And like, chilling at the back or whatever and I'm hearing some nigga. He's hard though, like forget the what, he's hard. So I've gone to the front, the man was Chinese. Whole room's black, you know. And I'm looking around thinking, and I said, we're just rushing, like, we're just rushing. And they're like, why? And I'm like,
What do you mean, why?
but he's
That's
they don't.
That's
but
how
to
you
even
remove it,
understand it, like they don't even like.
That's how you remove it.
No, I'm saying,
They rushed him, wouldn't do it again.
Rush him. Let's go rush him. Like,
That's how you remove it from them ones there who believe they can say.
What do you think? Is a punch him up thing, or you think it's a teacher?
I said with it's gone past that. I said with the youth them now, we need to talk to them.
Yeah, talk to them. Yeah.
And like you say, you need to find out where they're at because their world is completely different to ours.
And
Their
they speak,
pressures,
and they
their
speak.
influences,
That's it.
everything is so much different.
We're gonna have to do a lot of listening.
We've got to hear from them. You can't help them. But we're prescribing solutions that don't fit them.
This is where the I don't know if the right word would be irony, but should the black man ever even be using the word nigger? Because,
No.
Because
And to that,
what I'm saying, we're not serious about anything, and this is where anybody can come in and put their 2 pence in because we're not serious.
100%.
Because really and truly, what it shows to everybody in the world that you're easy play as a black man because you're not even willing to change anything. You're just allowing. You allow this, you allow that, you allow this, you allow that. But the only thing you're not gonna allow is a black man to step on your corn. Because if a black man step on your corn,
You're not
you're ready to
allowing.
lick him down.
That's what I'm
But
thinking.
everything else we allow. Why?
They don't want to risk their life, innit? They want to bleed for other reasons, and but when it comes
Remember,
out,
even on a deeper
That's why-
level,
that's why I've said
like, culture transcends though. So we have to like us as community leaders have to be a bit more understanding though as well. Like it might not be appropriate for this conversation, but on like a bigger scale in between us, we have to understand like we can't be so hard on ourselves because we've been through a long journey that's allowed us to get here and start behaving in this way that has no discipline.
But there's got to be a day. There's got to be a day. There's got to be a day.
But you see the nigga
when
thing?
we have to stop.
You see the
It
nigga
has
thing?
to, because I tell you why there's got to be a day.
Let me quickly just put one.
There's going to be a day when we have to stop. The reason why that we have to stop is because youths are killed. It's not like youths are getting punched up. When a man is killed, that means his whole lineage is done out, bro. You understand? So we got to be serious. A next country, he's willing to take the team. You step on his corn, bruv, he's taking it to the highest heights. We only take it to the highest heights when it comes to ourselves. You understand? We talk, brilliant talk. But the only thing that we're willing to lick down is ourselves. You understand?
You see what you're saying about the nigger thing and then the youths dying. That's why I've kind of when I'm dealing with the youths of this generation, I've kind of taken out the nigger argument, because what I realise is a lot of the time these youths are listening to Nipsey Hussle. These youths are listening to Tupac. These youths are listening to many artists, Kendrick Lamar, like and then you got Krypton Kona. So if you look at all of the artists like that they're listening to, at some point they're hearing this word. Do you get it? So when we go at that battle, it's like we're slyly battling Kendrick Lamar. We're slyly, and then we're having an internal battle over a word while our youths are dying. And what I really clocked when I first became conscious is I was coming at the man then, but I'm coming at them with the word nigger. Then I'm coming at them with the clothes we wear. Then I'm coming at them with the food they're eating. Then I'm coming at them with the music they're listening to. Like, it's too much all at once. Like, I think we need to zone in on the deaths.
That's
for the lineage.
Top of the line.
To zone in on the
stop
deaths.
that.
All the other debates, obviously there are reasons that I think we should have. But I think the nigger debate is genuinely a generation debate. So if we go and get 16 to 20-year-olds, and we go and get 20, 40 or 30 to 60-year-olds, and we ask about the word nigger, this whole side's gonna have one argument, that whole side's gonna have another argument. But then the thing about the deaths, we're all on one thing.
So what you're saying is exactly what I'm saying. When I said I understand that word there, but I just used it as a principle point. You understand?
We accept everything.
We're not even talking about that word, because I get that. I'm with you. Because I'm a little brother, and to him that's a normal word. So even though as an older I don't get it, I have to get it because he's a younger. That's his generation. I get that. But I'm saying, when will anything that we do stop? Because we accept everything. The only thing that we don't accept 100% is that I can't step on your corn, because you're gonna think it's a disrespect. And that's the basis of all the reasons why black youths are killing each other, because they feel like, bruv, you can't diss me, but he can diss me, he can diss me, he can diss me, but you can never diss me.
And that's what I'm saying. We bleed for other races, and feel sorry for others, but not for ours. But like you said, they go.
The solution starts now. So I don't want to make this convo all about what we can, you know what I mean? We are activists. That's why we're here. We're not talking and just coming up with ways of how they are. We are the change. We are the change now. It's not a talk, it's active. Because I've got youth that I'm mentoring that's been shot and seen his boy drop. And then he's messaged me the other day saying that, do I speak to you as a mentor? I replied back saying, no, I'm like a bigger brother. I've been there. I've seen my boy for 9 months in a coma, walking, and he's walking like a walking zombie, seeing his head like a melon, point blank shot in the head. You see what I'm saying? So when I'm speaking to the youth, I'm not telling him anything. I'm just telling him my experiences and what I walked through at the age of 18. Me seeing that, me being impacted by that, and what it turned me into, and then had me thinking in a way that where you can walk by and if someone pulls out a bora on you, I'm not gonna have a bora, I'm gonna walk with 2 twins. I used to walk with twins. You see what I'm saying? Because the surrounding made me like that. And then seeing those type of experiences turned me like that. So now I can behave in any shape or form. You see what I'm saying? So it's more of not this even embedded that it's about just comparing lifestyles. And then this is how you can find a unity, and this is how you can guide them. You can't tell them if you haven't lived that.
Yeah. You see, they ain't gonna listen to you, but you have to break it down where it's, and then you have to be open and show them how it affected you. But then they will be more open to show you how it affected them. And then that's when you can put a little change to it. I say, bro, cause you know what, I've been in jail, bro. You know what I mean? I can't even go to my yard. I can't even walk to my car without being equipped. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Like, and this is the type of lifestyle you might think far-fetching forward, and then be like, you know what, yeah, even when this did happen, I might have to just allow it a bit, you know, because that smoke is different, you know. Jail ain't no joke. Cause I will talk that, and I will show you where they might be fun and dandy, but when it's beef in there, you know, and you have to cook up the kettle, you know, and then walk everywhere, even taking a shower with a bora in your balls, you know, like that's every day, different life. The enemies are, you know what I mean, every day in your face. That's some stuff, yeah, that you can't brush under the carpet. What you were saying about solutions, what I was saying is, and maybe this can get chopped to the beginning, let's go in direction, because like you said, everyone here is activists, yeah, and everyone here is actually not just a part of the solution, but consistently been a part of the solution. Yeah. Let's start over there, and let's get an introduction into King Israel, show them the King's Peace Treaty. Yeah,
we are the change, man.
Tell them a little bit about, you know what I'm saying?
The King's Peace Treaty. You know what? How this King's Peace, like, I remember where it blew up. Remember that
SETI? Yeah, SETI. When I was talking about the first 50, so when I was first talking about Forever Family. Yeah.
That's where that kind of. Yeah. This was pivotal in so much different things. I've taken a little back seat, and that's what I'm saying. But God willing, we'll be moving forward. So I'm gonna give everyone, so everybody can show it on the thing. So I'm saying.
Blessings.
If I got them right, if I got. That's my story. Yes.
Bing bang.
So this is the King's Peace Treaty, and what it was is that what I saw is that man was licking down man all over the world, and as a people, we never ever stood up about it. You get what I'm saying? And I realised that I could stand up, but my own black brother would lick me down. Understand? So I could go and defend the whole thing properly for the whole but it's my own black brothers that could lick me down. That's a possibility. So I said, we need a treaty where we are at peace, where we never ever lick down our own brother. Because in doing that, that's just friendly fire in the grand scheme of things. I'm not gonna take up too much more of the time, but this is where the birth of the King's Peace Treaty came forward. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, my name's Israel. King's Peace Treaty.
Salute. I'll just read it for the people then. Yeah. I will never put no European geographical landmark before my brother. Yeah. When anyone comes to stranger from a neighbouring area, I will embrace him and treat him like a king. Yeah.
Big up all of you, man. I'm down a bit late, but I'm here. Come on, boy.
Yeah. And like, obviously, easy can pull it up on the screen.
100,
but this was a key pivotal piece of literature, especially when we was doing guiding in New Generation, G Circles, D Walk. This was a pivotal piece of literature that has been embedded in so many young kings' minds, and we like to promote when two youths are stabbing each other, but our youths who are going to uni, and our youths who are good youths, and our youths who are now security officers, we don't really give them the same attention. Yeah, you understand. So, and it's initiatives like this that allow that to happen. So big up yourself, King Israel. Big up yourself. I like Colin.
Yeah.
Go on, brother.
Yeah, my name's Colin James. I run an organisation called Gangs Unite. The reason why we're here today is the same reason why everybody else is here. We want to stop youths dying. No more crying mums. I've got a program called Moms, M-O-M-S, Mums of Murdered Sons, and we want to stop those crying there. No more crying mums. So we started a new program called Street Fathers. Need to come and work alongside these big boys here. I can see how we can work together, and I've been trying to get in contact with you for a minute now, respect. But when we come off camera, we can talk a little bit more. But we're just into anti-violence, anti-knife crime. I started working with gangs first, and I only wanted to work with gang youths, doing gang mediation. and I realised that for the 700 gang youths that I was working within my borough, there's 100,000 other youths. But the other youths are being affected by those few 700 youths. Traumatising youths are full of fear, anguish, won't leave their house, won't go nowhere, don't feel safe to go anywhere. So even though we're trying to work with certain hard to reach youths, it's all the other youths there that are the most victims. They're the victims, they're the bystanders, they're the ones who see too much, hear too much, know too much, experience too much, and with nowhere to filter it. So I hope one day we get to have a conversation like this, like you said, different age groups, and give the youth them platform to say how they feel and what's going on inside of their life and in their world, and then we know how to kind of build back that bridge.
Yes. My name's Chris Sibia. I work alongside Gangs Unite. I'm a writer and publisher. I'm writing some of the good stories that affected the last 20 to 30 years of London's life. Floyd Jarrett's story, the Broadwater Farm Riots, is coming next from me. I'm working on Metro Downbeat, the first sound system to arrive in London or England. I've written a few books, but education is the key for the youth man's them. Changed my life, changed many lives, and that's what I focus on. I'm focused on writing books that the youth mans can relate to. And I try to keep the books engaging, but give them a few gems for them to take something from, and the message is always black unity, you understand? Because as we've talked about already, no one loves us, you get me? We've got to put down our beef, internal beef. We've got to come together, because the same together the party done. No one can't ramp with us when we come together as one, you feel me? And this is the reason why every nation tries so hard to divide us, because they know the strength of us when we come together as one. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. Big up. Yo, brother.
Okay. Yes, I'm Cal. So, run good. Yeah, Ubuntu is a leadership program for black children and young people that's been running for the past 15 years. I also run a sister program called Discussion Thursday, which is for 80 plus for the community to come together and have those discussions and reason about a solution to move forward. That's been running for 6-7 years. I came down today because my family come from Jamaica, so I'm familiar with like community policing. You know what I mean? So my family come from a community which at one time was effective in policing itself, and then those leaders were taken out, and then you saw sort of chaos erupt. So I'm a big fan of, I'm a big supporter of community policing as opposed to external people coming in and policing us who don't really understand us. So I thought I'd come today, and any of the youths I see, I'm able to reason with them, stand with the giants them, and you know what I mean, just kind of show face and have that presence. And, we're here, man. That's the main thing.
That is the main thing, man. Definitely the hair. This is the change, man. This is the change that we're asking for. We just need to recruit, or we need to just convince more people like us to just step forward, man. We are the change. We are the change that we're looking for. But we have to keep it up. We have to keep active. We have to keep on being that change. Because I know we play our part, and respect more to play their part, but this is the change. I know how it's small. We're looking at the world view, and it's sad, but it don't stop. It don't stop, and it can't stop.
We're fighting a battle that can never be won, but must always be fought.
Yes. Big talk, that is. Say it again for the camera so they don't miss that.
Go ahead.
Real life, blood. They're fighting a battle that can never be won, but must always be fought. You know what I'm saying? And we the frontliners, so soldiers, we're always winning. You know what I'm saying? I look at it as we're always winning because it's a life, innit? And from save one and the job is done, that was one of our mottos. You get me? If we can touch real pain, and real pain's doing a security job, our job is done. But if we can touch the next youth that came the other day that you went to, and his friend got shot by a shotgun, we're winning on top of that. And the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And along the way, we're gonna lose some, and it's gonna hurt. But for every one we lose, we could have lost 10 if we wasn't out here. Like what we don't see, what we never get to see is what would happen in the absence of the work we do. You know what I'm saying? And another thing we don't get to see is the ripple effects of our actions. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we're feeling down like, yo, it's getting worse, but we don't actually realise how powerful we're touching people. And like every day just our smile is touching people. You know what I'm saying? And changing mindsets, let alone the charity that we do. Not camera, I'm helping, just the natural helping people.
Just you being you.
Yeah, you being you. So for me, that's like a fundamental core of Forever Family. And even on the racial thing, my thing is like, I think there's too much attention on other people in general. Because I think we got half of our community which might be more integrated, and this one's got this family, that's that, and that family, and had a different experience. And then we got some of our people that have lived in predominantly black areas, and when they've had experience with other people, it's been negative. And these are two arguments that happen, and then we have the integration, segregation, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X sort of debate. What I wanted to do is create something that debate's not even a part of it. We're all one community, regardless of a man's different politics and religion. We want to see our youths live. Come on, right? So if we can concentrate on just making sure our youths live, they can grow up and hear all the different information that we have and make their own political and religious and philosophical decisions. Do you know what I'm saying? But the core focus, I think, should be our children and how we safeguard them and how we safeguard their future. And I think once we all actually just zone that one mission, like obviously all the other debates, they're still there. But once we focus on that one mission, I don't think this is something that's impossible as well. Of course it's possible. I genuinely think that if the community, if the right 50 or 100 people were to mobilize on a specific mission in the community, we could bring down violence by 80%, 90%. We've got the power to do it, but it's just about executing. And I think it's link-ups like this that show us the potential. And I think every time we have these link-ups, we'll look at how we can capitalize on the potential, not for our own pockets, but for the benefits of our future generations.
100%.
Yeah, boy. I've said it,
That's a wrap.
Boy. King's Peace Treaty, you know what I'm saying? We came down to Burgess Park. Salute all of the brothers. These man was here before man even stepped. Yeah, before I even put on the boots and the vest. Yeah, so it's an honor, you know what I'm saying? And I always say, man's building up on the foundations. That it's conversations with Israel. Remember, with the same time you thought of this, is the same time I said, yo, 50 man. Remember, I said 50 man in uniform marching down. Because once we do that, that's why we've got a training team. Because once 50 of us that are trained, that can throw fists, that can jog round the block, that can do 10 pull-ups, that know self-defense, 50 of us march down to any block. Any end, it's a wrap from there. Because the youngers are gonna now, because the reason why the gangs are getting them is because they look powerful. But 50 organised man that ain't gonna go jail tomorrow. Yeah,
that's got love in that true love. Cause any man that's going out there and he's telling you he's giving you work or he's giving you a strap, he ain't got no love for you, bro.
And no love for himself.
You understand? And I don't knock it because that's a world that I come from, so I understand it 100%. So I'm not knocking it, but I know the destruction that it's bringing. I ain't the best articulate person, but I'm telling you this. You see love. You see that? You see a man that's gonna tell you know what? Get yourself into property. Get good credit. Yeah? Come off the roadside. Don't be a target that you're gonna be ending up in jail. That's like a brother, but I understand where that brother's coming from that wanna give you work and a strap. Because that's all he knows.
That's his word, that's all he knows.
You understand?
So he don't love himself, so he don't know how to love anyone else.
He might be showing you love from his perspective, but the perspective is tainted because I'm thinking about is generations. Where are our young men gonna be in I always talk this. We are setting this foundation, so 1,000 years time, someone's gonna say, yo, if it wasn't for them man there, you understand? 1,000, I'm looking 1,000. So when I'm saying certain things have to stop, bro, you see one thing about the hood, yeah? If there's a man that's militant and he's setting pattern, people are following that pattern. So if we are militant and we set a pattern, that pattern, but the only reason is because it's wavering.
Yeah.
And honesty is there. I'm a man that I waver, but I'm trying to build myself. So I'm keeping it real, innit? I'm not saying, yeah, man's this, but my intentions is to say, boom, yeah. That's where I'm going, because I know pattern set pattern. You understand? I know that pattern set pattern. Bruv, if everyone's wearing Nike, if everyone's wearing Huaraches, the whole of London's wearing Huaraches. If everyone's wearing Prada, the whole of London's wearing Prada. If we set a pattern that, you know what, no black man should ever kill another black man again for a thousand generations, and we set that pattern, and that pattern's concrete, bruv, it's over. And I don't believe it is impossible, because there's a place that I'm coming from that I know that man set pattern, and that pattern's working to today. You understand? So it's just reversing that pattern.
It's definitely possible.
Easy.
Because once we get the 15-year-olds and 14-year-olds that are of risk in every area, and we start putting them through certain programs like Manhood Academy, knowing themselves, all of them sort of things, nation, whatever it is. Once you're 14, 15 and you go through a certain process and you've got certain big brothers and big sisters in your corner, you're never gonna go down that road. Our youngest in charge, Real Pain, it just turned just like 19 the other day.
Youngest in charge,
Youngest in charge, yeah. But I've been mentoring him since he was 12, 13 in Al Cabalon. He came to my music college. You get me? But he went on the road thing. But because of them 13, 14, them experiences in Al Cabalon and that, it's like he went on the road thing, not because he was trying to go there, but because for a lot of them due to survival, you're on your block, someone trying to say something, you're on your own, there's no 999, there's no Forever Family, there's no King's Peace Treaty, there's no Easy, there's no RAS. You're just there on your block, man trying to violate you.
Can't call the police.
You can't call no one, so you have to defend your thing. But he came with Forever Family, he started patrolling with us, now he's got his SIA badge, he's doing his work, he's got his scholarship, he's going down a certain path. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying I can see he's a micro version of what happens when we take a youth from 12, 13 and we embed certain things into them, because it is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. So all we need to do is become organized in a way where we can identify the vulnerable youth from 15 and down, and then we can intervene, because their parents have still got parental responsibility. So from your 15 and you're running away, we can take you to Gambia, or we can take you to a... Look, I got certain youth that keep on running away right now. I just wish we was more organised as a community, because I'd just be able to, but I can't do that yet. You know what I'm saying?
But what you're saying there is key. Like, I like that concept of like taking youths to Gambia, because sometimes some youths, yeah, I know man that's my age that are active and they've never left the part of the town that they've come from. And they're intelligent, they're serious, but sometimes when you go, and that's another thing, if we can break down, alright then, I'm from North, innit? When I come to South, I love South. Yeah, I see different things, you get what I'm saying? I like it, you get what I'm saying? I'm going down Old Kent Road, I'm in Brixton, I'm in Streatham, oh, it's nice down there.
Norwood, you get
what I'm saying? And when I'm going home now, that was a nice day. But if I'm in my ends every single day, and that's all I see, my mind is just like a bit, you get what I'm saying?
You become the product of your environment.
Yes.
That's what it is. So if that's all you see, so all you know, that's going to be within you
That's
for
the
life.
name of my book, The Product of My Environment.
Yeah, your first one. And that's why when they talk about the drill youths, I'm like, blood, which one of you went down and talked to them about Marcus Garvey?
Come on.
Why are you asking them why they're gonna rap about what's happening around them? If man are getting splashed around, a lot of the drill youths, all them Harlem Spartans, they didn't even know they was gonna blow. It's not like they knew they was gonna blow in music. They're little youths, 14, 15, talking about what's happening outside, but making it sound spicy, because what they want them to do, say my friend died, and I'm so upset, for the other gang to then mock them. They get me, or for them to be perceived as soft. So they're being as rough as they can. They make the tune go viral, they didn't even realise it was going to go viral, you know what I'm saying? But they have never had nothing else. You see AM and Skengo, they came and sat on a panel. I think it was it your event?
Nana's thing.
Nana's thing. Remember the event where Young Spray, Scraps, all of them lot. So we're at the table, and that event we told Aim and Skendo about Mansa Musa. Yeah, the richest man that ever lived. Yeah.
Okay.
Where they were so humble in that debate. You get me? Then afterwards they made a song called Mansa Musa. So this is what I'm trying to say. We're asking little 15, 14-year-old drill youths to rap about Marcus Garvey, rap about Malcolm X, rap about community building, rap about where they don't see us.
Yeah.
They can't see. Rap about something they can't even imagine.
But what you're saying, that used talking about that made that tune in it. What was it? What were they called?
Which one?
Harlem Spark.
Harlem Spark.
Yeah, Harlem Spark.
You know why them tunes blow? Because every youth can relate to what they're saying. Cause their youth them get licked down. They have to move with their team. No, I'm feeling that.
Yeah, of course.
You understand? So why that's it resonates with them. So it's relate. So it boils down to relationship.
Yes.
You understand? What kind of relationship? And what, you know, one thing that happened to me, yeah? When I'm going through my bits, and then look at you, I say hello to him. And then I was walking with my brethren, and then I must have seen the you, and I said hello to him, and then he said hello to me, and then my brethren must have said, how come you never say hello to me? And he goes, well, I've seen you since I'm a you, and you've always walked past me. So you get what I'm trying to say to you? Because we don't reach out to the youths. You understand? They're not gonna, but they're preying everything, so that's why you can't relate to them. Yeah, because you don't actually want to relate to them. You know, you understand? You're not trying to relate to them, so they can't relate to you. You understand? And this is what it is. No. This is why we as elders, we have to try our hardest to kind of set a pattern, and it's not easy. You understand? But we have to try and set that pattern because it works. You know how much youths that come up to me and say, yeah, unks, you know what? You see, when I was a youth and you used to tell me to allow the team, I didn't listen to you, but as I got older, what you said was true. What I mean, and I'm talking about some little notorious youths, you know? But I'm a man, you
planted the seeds.
But what happened to me when I was growing up, I was a rebel in a little certain way, and certain 1 and 2 elders, Colin, I have to say, from farm, I have to say his name because I have to give him the honour, bruv. He come up to me, my dad's name's Jimmy. Yo, Jimmy, you move someone. But you know, just behave up yourself and them thing, you move reckless. And like, as a youth, you're screwing up your face and them thing. But as I grew up, I thought, you know what? Every other big man wanted to take advantage of what was going on in my pocket. He was the only one. So when I grew up and I realised the manners and respect that I got for him is high. So when a man sows a seed, don't think the seed is gonna grow that minute.
Alright, that's where we get frustrated a lot of the time, you know.
You understand?
Because we're talking to a youth and we expect them to change overnight. And we're like, these youths don't want to. But we're just there to plant the seed, and we're hoping life situations is gonna water that seed and nourish that seed and give sunlight to that seed, and there's gonna be a time when that sprouts.
Of course, because Colin, he doesn't know that he most probably was a big part of my transition. You understand? So when all of us are doing what we're doing, just because you think a man's not hearing you or you think a man's not feeling you, don't worry about that. You set your pattern and make sure your pattern and your code is solid, and they see that. Bruv, there's gonna be a day enough youths are gonna say, boy, you know what? I rate what you lot did, and if it wasn't for you lot, man, I wouldn't be where I am today. You understand?
Yeah, boy.
Word.
The last word of all this kids, it cuts out. Well, I think, we can carry on the building next door. I just need to change it back.
I'm thinking about the girls though.
I'm thinking about this thing in mind.
No, that was a good one.
They can talk all day, but that's the build. That's the build.
Community building, man.
Nothing else matters.
You saying that's the build?
That's the build. The hour strong.
I like that talk.
It's all good. It's all good.
Let's get it all together. Community building
and nothing else matters.
Community building.
Building.
Yes.
Nothing, man.
Community building. And nothing else matters.
And nothing else matters.
Community building. And nothing else matters.
And nothing else matters.
Community building. And nothing else matters.
And nothing else matters.
The great words of Gorilla.
Salute. That's how we do.
Yo, my people. Back again. You know I don't do videos as well. But today, it's Burgess Park time. It's not a game. Who's actually going Burgess Park to defend our children? Seriously. Tired of hearing posts, people saying, oh, the government setting up our youths to go and do a madness to each other. So why aren't the adults going out to save their youths? Why not? Hear what I'm saying? Man in action, fighting fathers, woman in action, who the fuck you might be, the community front line. We're going Burgess Park, even if it's one man, me on my ones, 2 man, 3 man, 4 man, 2 and 2 women. What are we doing as the adults, the parents of these youths, to go and save our youths while the system is setting us up, if that's what you're saying that they're doing? What are we doing to fight back? What are we doing to protect? What are we doing to serve our own aims and agendas? I see you there, innit?